Today is April 6th, 2025, and I'm just going to play a video that I had recorded on April 4th, 2025, because I made the mistake and all the stress of everything that we've been going through, my elderly parents and me. I made the mistake of putting the wrong date, to saying the wrong date. So the actual date of this video that you're about to see is April 4th, 2025. Thank you. Today is April 4th, 2015. I'm here documenting the damage that whoever did the break-in during the night, most likely this happened the night of the Los Angeles fires, possibly. I'm not sure exactly, but that was the day that my dad kept telling everybody to leave the white picket fence door of the backyard open. And just so you see, there was a day where Dad had my mom to open the door of this safe area, which was where all the documents were stored, right in that safe. As you can see how close it is to where the damage had been done. So what we believe happened is my dad came in here, all right? He looked immediately at the safe. He wanted to make sure that that was the safe that all the documents were stored. Once he located the safe where the documents were stored, I noticed that he immediately looked up at the ceiling. Okay, he looked up at the ceiling, and then he positioned the chair, this one right here. He positioned it where he moved it, you know. He moved the chair to where it directly was this. Okay, so what we believe happened was Sussana Iljazi, a corrupt FBI agent who's trying to steal the assets of an elderly couple, which is my parents, Tassim and Maria Lazri, and me, because a lot of my personal boxes were missing, and my future inheritance, my mom had done her one and only trust with David Zelmer, and she fully disinherited both Sussana Iljazi and my dad, Tassim Lazri, because he was being manipulated and he had feared the corrupt FBI agent, Sussana Iljazi, so he was doing everything that she would tell him, including lying to the police, including lying to doctors, including lying to whoever, in order for Sussana Iljazi to create false narratives, to try to, theft of property with her co-conspirators, which the neighbors across the street, directly where these windows are, directly across the street at 543 Brockwood Street, Christopher and Sadatse Estrada Barth, and her daughter also lying to the police and everything, because we caught them in the police report, all kinds of lies, which was disputed. Right away she had told two different stories that even the okay, so being that I'm looking at these, oh yes, so let me go by one. So she had said two different stories to the cop. We overheard the police officer say to her, "We can't use your testimony because you said something different before," but yet it was included in the police report. So obviously something's very suspicious, something's very corrupt, and there's a lot of misconduct going on. So what I need to show you here was there was a lot of my boxes, okay, um, they're gone. Okay, once I realized that my dad took my own personal boxes, my wedding tapes, where Sussana Iljazi and her sister forced me into an arranged marriage with my dad. They were looking for husbands for me since I was 17 years old. Disgusting. Like I can't find it in my own, especially here in the United States of America. But this is the kind of corrupt people we're dealing with. But the main thing right now is to let you know that my dad stole a lot of my things. Even when I was a teacher, I received a Lion King thing from one of my students. That when he went to the play, and I didn't at first. I said thank you, thank you. But then when I saw his mom, I said, oh, your child gave me this. I just wanted to make sure that he has it because She goes, no, no. She goes, he intended that for you. She goes, I bought two that day. She's like, one was meant for you and one it was for my son. And I thanked her. I was so happy, because I love the Lion King. And so that's what ended up happening for that. But that was stolen thanks to corrupt FBI agent Sussana Iljazi and all her co-conspirators. So whatever she told my dad to take, she stole a lot of documents. She stole a lot of jewelry. I had a lot of things. She utilized my dad, put the fear of the FBI into my dad, and she stole a lot of things. I mean, this is straight up fascism, you know, corrupt FBI Sussana Iljazi style. I don't think the real FBI does this, but she's misusing her badge. She's completely unqualified to even have that badge. Her father had murdered people, including a lovely Jewish woman in the Bronx, New York. There's no her family is, a crime family, on her father's side. It's disgusting, and even maybe possibly someone on the mother's side too, because from what I was told by my dad, there is a person who's wanted all over Europe, and she knows where he is, and she doesn't even let anybody know. But yet she's supposed to be doing something about, you know, like, I don't know, some type of head for Europe and international things. So how in the world is she letting that guy just get away with all his crimes? But she's coming over here to steal the assets of an elderly couple and their one and only child. It's repulsive, it's disgusting, and this should be a complete disgrace to the American people and to the people of the world, because nobody would want to see something like this happen in their country. This is straight up fascism coming from corrupt FBI agent Sussana Iljazi, trying to get documents in order to steal, rob, and have theft against an elderly couple who work hard all their lives for everything that they ever created, and their one and only child who they desire to give all their assets to at the end. I hope my parents live to 120 and more, in order for these people, first of all, because they're my parents and I love them, but also so the corrupt FBI agent and all her co-conspirators, my parents will outlive them, and they will never see a penny that comes from my parents and from me. They already stole a lot of things from me. A lot of jewelry, a lot of things from Disney.com. I showed in a previous video. I guess I could go there right now to kind of show what's happening. Just one quick second. I'll do it in this video to make it easier. Or actually, I'll just have to do it. But this is just to let you know. This is straight up fascism in the United States of America, led by a corrupt FBI agent, Sussana Iljazi, where her father actually murdered a Jewish woman. And how in the world she was hired by the FBI, I have no idea. But things will change, because God is the best, and He will put an end to all this madness. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Baruch Atah Adonai. We're going to be okay.